Joining us in the kitchen right now, Jolene Ketzenberger, one of our favorite foodies. She's the editor and host of Eat, Drink, Indy, and she's joined by Larry Dickerson, who we're going to call LD this morning, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, he says. He's with the World Food Championships. You guys, 10 chefs from around the world joining us here in Indianapolis.
I know. How cool is that?
It is so cool. You guys have so much to say. I'm just going to let you take it away because they're going to be recreating, Jolene, your version of a sugar cream pie. Is that right?
I know. Isn't that fun? So the final challenge in there is the ones that are left have to make sugar cream pie.
Okay. And so first of all, when is this event going to happen?
So it's the first weekend of August.
Okay.
So that'd be the August.
August 7th through 9th. 8th and 9th will be the competition over at the Ivy Tech Culinary Center, which is one of our naming sponsors.
Oh, that's wonderful. How, LD, did Indy get so lucky?
Well, you know, we went down with Team Indiana. We had them in here last year, and the Lieutenant Governor went down there with us. And during the time, each year they go there, and the champions, they crown 10 champions, and then they come to a destination for what they call the final table. I went to that in New Orleans, saw how fantastic it was, realized that they had not selected anyone for 2020, came back, sat down with the Lieutenant Governor and her staff and said, we need to bring that to
You said
to
2020 is going to be the perfect year.
And so said, yeah, what could go wrong?
We need some sugar cream pie in 2020. That's what we need.
Absolutely.
And so she said, well, she was going to go down there anyhow. I said, well, wouldn't it be great if we go down there to announce that the final table is going to be coming to Indianapolis? It came about. Visit Indy got behind us. Ivy Tech got behind us. Cisco Corporation. Next thing you know, we're hosting the final table event.
So it's a lot of collaboration going on here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great event. But it's a big deal for the chefs too. I mean, there's some money riding on this.
That's right. Each of them have already won $10,000. The 10 champions are coming from 6 different states around the country, and they're competing for $100,000. After the person who makes that best sugar cream pie, like Jolene likes it, then that'll get them $100,000.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you the deciding
Well,
factor,
I'm one of the judges, so we have 15 local judges in each of the rounds. So we have five. And so so I'm on that final panel of
Is that a lot of
judges.
pressure?
Well, it's going to be fun, right, to see what they do. So they get the basic recipe and they get to riff on it. So we have lots of our local chefs and food experts judging, people like, Steve Oakley and Greg Hardesty and
a lot
Carlos
of the names that
Salazar,
we know.
the names you would know.
Okay.
And so they're going to have
So we're going to get you cooking while you're talking, Jolene, because I know you can do both. So you go ahead, and as you're whipping up the sugar cream pie, walk us through what you're doing.
Well, so sugar cream pie, it really is a very simple little pie. So that's going to be interesting to see, what these, all these, the contestants, I mean, they're not just chefs, they're home cooks or barbecue experts. So I don't know, maybe they've not made a pie crust.
Okay, but they're winners nonetheless.
But in their different categories.
Yes.
So you have your burger expert or your barbecue expert. So then they all have to come together. So they're going to make this simple little pie, which is just cream and milk and sugar and cornstarch and vanilla. Yeah, but it all has to come together
But
nicely.
it's Indiana magic. So
It
how would you
is.
describe the taste of sugar cream pie to someone who's never tried it?
Well, it's just like its name. It's milk and cream and sugar, So
What could go wrong with that,
What
right?
could possibly go
Who
wrong?
would not like that? So as a judge, tell me, Jolene, what are you looking for?
Well, you got to look for a good pie crust for one thing.
Amen to that.
So they have to make a good pie crust, and then they have to make the appropriate kind of filling. Now, a sugar cream pie doesn't have eggs. It's one of those depression era pies, desperation pies, where there's not much ingredients. So it's something that people in the early part of the 1900s would have had, or back in the 1800s would have had on hand. Milk and sugar and cream. It doesn't have eggs. It's not a fruit pie. So it could be made with what you had in your pantry.
Perfect for this year, isn't it? What do you have in your pantry, you guys? I love it. LD, you just knew that when you brought it to Indy, didn't you?
Well, when we brought it, we said, you know what, we're going to highlight all things Indiana. So they start off having to use pork product for round 1. Round 2 will be Indiana duck product, which Maple Leaf Farms, people around the world are going to find out that we've got the largest distributor of duck products,
Kinda
and then
crazy.
finish it up with this.
With sugar cream pie.
500 participants started in Dallas, got it down to 10. When it gets to Jolene and the 4 of the judges, it'll
They're
be down to 3
deciding
people.
On you
right.
guys will be deciding on the one. I hate to say that we're going to have to go, but LD, I want to know
I
exactly
know.
where we can watch this.
Yes, you can go to Team Indiana WFC on Facebook. We'll be connecting there for streaming it live. And for more information, go to teamindiana.org, because we're also going to be honoring culinary heroes that weekend as well.
I love that. He talked to me about that, you guys, just before the show. Culinary heroes that have kind of seen us through this pandemic, locally, I'm guessing, and as well as
Around
all
the
over the
state.
country, around the state, you guys. So something that we don't want to miss. She's got a pie, everybody, that's already done
There we
for
go.
a 37-week pregnant woman. I think I'm just going to dive into that. Why not?
Absolutely.
You should.
Sounds good. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. We're going to put all of this
Thank you.
on indiestyle.tv.